Come on. There we go. What's up, party people? It's D to the J with the roll away, and I am back. Yes, I'm on StreamYard, and this dude right here beside me is my little brother Amadi. This is my boy right here, my brother from another mother. But y'all know we are actually related. How y'all doing? Just want to. What we're gonna do is this kind of fun. I'm sitting here, and y'all know we're working on the second and third album. My brother's very talented. He sings, he dances, he beatboxes. I'm pretty sure he flies, like he's got wings somewhere, but we're not sure, kind of, where they are. But recently married, everything is just going good for him. I just want to introduce him. Do me a favor, just kind of introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, kind of what you do. Share a little bit about yourself, and we'll kind of get into what we're going to do today.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having the idea to do this and having me on. It's super, super nice of you. Yeah, my name is Amadi. I am Delilah's husband. Delilah is DJ's sister. And that is how we are related. Yeah, we've been married for about over 3 years, over 3 years now. Yeah. And so we are down here in Waco, Texas. So this is we moved closer to you, DJ, from where we were in Oregon. So we're a little closer, kind of. Yeah, we're down here in Texas. I'm a student right now. I'm a grad student at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. And I just spend a lot of my time just reading and writing and doing schoolwork. And then as a hobby, I like to beatbox. I like to dance. I like to sing. Well, let's see. In the order of dance, beatbox, sing. There we go. In that order, I like to do those things. So I do this as a side hobby whenever I can, and post to Facebook, friends and family, and YouTube occasionally if I ever have the chance.
So what did you major in at Baylor?
At Baylor, I am currently studying. So actually, all throughout my academic career, I've majored in history, U.S. history. And at Baylor, I'm currently in the PhD program for U.S. history as well, looking at American religious history in particular.
Okay. All different types, or just kind of going through the archives or of different eras?
Different, yeah. So specifically looking at American religious history from, during the Cold War era, which is like from the 1950s to the 1980s. That's probably where I focus my research on whenever I go to the archives or read history books. It will probably deal with that time frame, 1950s to 1980s. But I like all of it. I find all of the history interesting, and there's always something to learn.
Okay. Well, real quick, how did you get into that background? What interested you about it? I mean, was it something that you've always studied through high school, or did you just kind of what happened with that?
Yeah. So with history, it's something that's always interested me, that I've enjoyed. I love learning stories and hearing about stories, and I mean that's history. And I also like how with history you can learn more about other people that are different from yourself by reading their stories and their heritage, reading about their heritage. And so I think there's a lot of benefits to history as well. So I enjoy getting to know people a little bit better through their own histories and whatnot. And yeah, part of me, I just like to learn too. So I've never left school. I still haven't left school. I enjoy the classroom. I enjoy being in an environment where I'm learning from a professor. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you saying hi to us today. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to get into a little bit of Madi's hobbies right now, like he talked about dancing, singing, and beatboxing. And how did you get into beatboxing? Because as I've said, off the air, you're really good and you're diverse in a lot of the different styles, old school, new school, and I mean, how did you get into the enjoyment of beatboxing? What brought it on for you?
Yeah. with beatboxing, I had friends growing up who showed me what beatboxing was. One of my best friends growing up, he did it every now and then. And of course, I saw it on movies, like in comedies. I saw characters beatboxing, and I thought it was cool. But then there was a guy in town who was doing hip hop lessons that my mom introduced me to, or my mom signed me up with to take instructions, and so that's where I got a lot of my dancing inspiration. And also, he beatboxed, and he was probably the best beatboxer I had ever heard up until that point. And so I just really, I mean, that stuck with me. I looked up to him as a role model, and I wanted to be just like him, and beatboxing was part of that. And so, yeah, from there, I just went on YouTube and I tried to emulate popular songs and with my mouth, with vocal percussion, and I guess it just grew from there.
When did you actually, hey Cindy, thanks for tuning in, we appreciate it. When did you realize that you could do this and you're like, man, okay, this is actually something that I want to do? How long did it take you to kind of get into because it's a very difficult thing to do, to produce all of the sounds with your mouth, and it's also very tiring the longer you do it, especially when somebody's flowing behind it, which is what we're going to do today.
Yeah. That's actually, I started in the 4th or 5th grade, I want to say. And so because it was so long ago, it's hard for me to exactly remember, but I want to say maybe it took me maybe a year until, and even a year in, I wasn't necessarily super good, but I guess once I started gaining the confidence to beatbox in front of people, and they said, hey, that's different, but that's kind of cool. Then I realized, oh, maybe I can do this. I am like giving some form of entertainment to people, and I like entertaining people. And so, yeah, maybe about a year in, and once I started hearing feedback from other classmates, I think.
What I love about this, and we're gonna have Amadi, and we're gonna have hopefully my sister Delilah on the show. For my CP does not define me, but what I love about this and doing a pop-up video like this is the humbleness that you have. When I first met you, when you and Delilah were dating, I told her, I said, man, he's very humble, and he has a humbleness about himself. You give back to people through a lot of talent, and what's cool about it is the Lord blessed you with something very special to be able to go through music, because I've been involved in music ever since I was 3 years old. But going to, beatboxing and going into singing and dancing and all of that, it's amazing what it really, has come to for you. So, the humbleness about it is great. It doesn't get too big. It doesn't get too small. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what makes it so great. So, real quick, before we do this, tell us a little bit about your YouTube that you have and how people can get in touch with you if they want to hear some of your stuff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. My YouTube, it's a strange name. It's called so THE, and then Luhya, LUHYA. It is the Luhya. I've had it since probably middle school, but I haven't really posted anything on it until I guess several years ago, or I don't know. I'd have to look at the time marks on those videos, but yeah, it's just a place where I can, if I have time apart from my busy schedule, I can post videos where I'm either singing or dancing or beatboxing. And my wife Delilah, actually, she has a beautiful voice. She is a way better singer than I am. She will be on that. Occasionally, we will do beatbox singing duos, where I'm beatboxing, of course, and then she is singing.
My sister got a voice and a half, y'all. Trust me. She sings better than me, and I'm like, woo! I mean, and plus speaking Spanish and all of that, like the bilingual, trilingual, and all them languages, and I'm like, wee. Woo-hoo-hoo.
She is so talented. She's so talented. Yep. She sings worship at our church, and she occasionally does worship in English and Spanish as well. So
it's amazing you mentioned that, because I was going through and I saw the worship they had, the worship practice they had with cello and violin, and Delilah was singing. All the group was there. I'm like, whoo, goosebumps on that one. But so yeah, we're just gonna I'm gonna do a quick flow for you guys and have my brother back me up. But I don't rap on air a lot because stuff comes out that's maybe not PG. So we might jump to the R rated for just a few minutes. So y'all just bear with me. I'm gonna rap on what I call the perfect woman, or what makes the perfect woman, right? So Amadi, my boy, just came up with he used to use this beat back in the day, and we were trying to figure out which beat to use. And when he did it, I had the head bob going, because we rehearsed a little bit before we came on the air. I'm like, yeah, that's the one I want to use. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna rap a little bit, see how many verses I can get out of there. So the perfect woman. We're gonna go ahead and kick this mofo off. You know what I mean?
Fingers crossed. No R rated. Fingers crossed. You ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead and hit it.
There we go.
Now ask yourself a very important question. It don't take much reflection, but do you know what makes the perfect woman? What makes my mind and my heart be humming when she walks down the street, whether she even rolls? I don't know what the heck she controls, but the hair, the eyes, the thighs, and the butt. When the guy turns around and makes him say, "What in the world happened to you? Your eyes are sparkling ocean blue. Your hair is long and so your legs, it makes me think about underpeg, but I don't know why I can't get enough." She acts tender, but then she acts tough. Maybe in the bedroom she plays rough, but we're not really sure about that one. 2 weeks ago, I met one. I sat down and we had some fun. So people wanted to know what brought us together. Was it the weather? Not the clouds, not the sky generation. Maybe we sat down on separate camp stations. I'm not even sure what happened next. My mind was messed up and perplexed. Now, most men, they worry about how she looks, but I'm more interested in the smart than the book that she carries in a backpack around. I don't carry if you hit the ground. She got funny when she walks around. She looks at me and makes me not frown. She makes me smile for a long, long time. Doesn't matter rhythm and it doesn't matter rhyme. Her name is Kim, and I know her name. I know all of her sports, and I know all of her things. But it's never even the same. But that's all I got today. So peace. That was just a little bit. Wanted to give you a little something. I kind of tripped out there a couple times trying not to fall out the chair. But yeah, it's hard to stay up and flow at the same time off the head like that. But been freestyling for a while. Y'all go check out Amadi's YouTube, man. Dude is talented, and he's got a lot of interesting stuff up there. He's got Facebook too, so y'all hook him up. But just wanted to come up here with y'all for a little bit and give y'all a little taste of what's coming. So we're gonna put Amadi and some of his backup tracks on the new CD that's coming out. So we're working on it and gonna get it done. Happy that he was able to do this with us, and we'll end the broadcast for now. I always say, if you can't be good, be bad, but be good at it. This is D to the J with the roll away, saying we'll see you when we see you. Peace.